3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. Hope everybody had a very happy and blessed New Year. Merry Christmas and the whole nine, whatever you celebrate. Joyful wishes, joyful wishes. So, we have a wonderful guest today. Call him Bridge. I've known this brother for a long time, and he is the owner and operator of Boss Shirts. Please give him a shout out and or a visit at BOSS_shirts with an S.
One S.
BOS
BOS_.
I apologize.
You better ask somebody buy some other shit.
BOS_shirts at IG. Swinging, this is his product right here. Me, can you show the good people Bald Head Hustler? Obviously that fits.
Hustler.
I mean,
Yeah.
Bald Head Hustler, Unibrow Hustler.
Unibrow.
Want to show the people the good product, game changer.
Everybody want to be a game changer.
I like that.
Gotta love that. Gotta love
I like
merchandise,
that.
man. Gotta
So
love
how you feeling today, Bridge?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
Every day above ground's a good one.
Well, this is
Yeah,
facts right there. You can't
Yeah.
argue with that.
Because people is not above ground.
Yeah,
There's a whole bunch of people
right.
below ground.
There's more people below ground than above ground.
We would like to think not, but you know.
Well, that's pretty factual.
What they doing cemetery census.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I didn't know he had an accurate count.
I think it's safe to assume it's more under than above.
I'd like to assume that.
Oh man,
That's
so I
funny.
hope everybody had a good break. Yeah, Bill right now is out. He has some family issues. He's with us on IG Live. We're gonna be talking plenty of trash.
What
I'm
up,
sure.
Bill?
What's good, brother? How you feel?
Mm-hmm.
Take care of the family. I like that.
Absolutely.
A good father that he is.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. We're gonna swing it on over to Aaron for current events. What you got for me, A?
So, since the year 2000, right? I'm going back. I'm gonna go back 20 years.
Since the year 2000.
Year 2000.
21 years.
You know what I mean? So the favorite parts of a woman have changed as according to men, according to the Huffington Post. So in 2000, the favorite parts of a woman in top 3 were feet, back, and legs.
Wait, this is a favorite part of a woman
What do you-
from a man's
From a man's perspective,
Okay,
yeah, absolutely.
gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, so in 2000, it was feet, back, and legs.
Feet was first?
Feet was first, man. People had
A lot
it.
of dudes got foot for this.
Yeah, man. People love some toes, man.
Do you?
Negative.
Do you?
I do not.
And do you?
Nah.
Enough said.
The Huffington-
Feet should not be
the-
first.
I could.
This
But
your
this is 2000.
Cool.
Yeah. It was 2000. Yeah, I mean, 2000 was a different type of year.
What does that mean? So what?
20 years, though. People, the male mind changes. That's the whole thing.
So what's the
I can
favorite
see
part?
back in the Flintstones.
So 2020
Wrong.
has changed to face, butt, and hair. Face, butt, and hair. I know it was a weird kind of. I mean, do you agree with any of that?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
faces. I definitely agree with faces.
I mean, faces. The faces
Face
was
and
the
butt.
first thing you see, but
And Butt's the first name.
face,
you
butt, hair. I don't know.
you
man.
can keep the hair.
Let's
I
go.
don't really
Let's
like
go
hair.
around the room. What 2021?
But
But damn, ass.
what happened?
We're talking about an ass man.
What happened?
Damn.
That's your favorite part. That's your favorite part.
It's multifunctional.
What Gucci man say? I see her ass moving when she was standing still.
She was standing still, but the butt was still
You
moving.
was like, oh my god.
Skill set on the honey.
All right, so for you, what's up with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with ass.
Go ass. I think I'm a combination of face and ass person. I don't know that face, man. You gotta have a good mug, man.
Yeah, I have to be attracted.
You got, yeah, you
Oh,
can't.
yeah, you
I
can't
mean,
look like a
I mean, your
mug.
ass is nice, but your face got the
Your
a
face-
smile,
yeah,
teeth,
yeah,
the whole,
yeah, teeth
the whole
are very
package.
important.
We're definitely visual people, so.
Yeah,
You gotta
and
be
that's
attracted.
there's nothing wrong with
That's
that.
just what we are.
However, there are some people that some would deem unattractive. Your personality, that would take you a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Now,
And that's real rap.
So do you think it's changed from when you were a younger man to when you're an older man?
Definitely.
Definitely, because
If-
younger man, I'm saying ass, tits, I'm saying the whole.
yeah, all
I'm
that.
getting real raunchy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm getting straight raunchy with it.
If you was young, like when I was younger and you had a yuck mouth and all that, like I still can't do yuck mouth.
Yeah.
But if you look,
Damn, yuck
if
mouth.
you're just naturally not attractive, your personality can bring you a long way.
And that's from an older man's perspective.
Definitely a
Yeah,
more
yeah.
mature or mature. Now,
Yeah, but when you was younger, was ass, and when you old, is ass. So it don't really make
I
too
like
much
what I
sense.
like, man.
Okay. Bridge, what's your perspective, Bridge? What you think?
I'm all ass.
Oh, it's been that
Two
way.
midgets.
Two midgets.
Midgets?
Oh,
midgets.
fight. That's how.
Show I'm one.
You know what I mean?
2 midgets.
Two midgets wrong.
Shout out to all the midgets out, the little people out there.
Yeah, no disrespect to the
PSA.
midgets, you know.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, it was kind of weird how that kind of changed. I mean, that's according to the Huffington Post. I mean, so it's like a UK
That is
type of.
weird,
I mean, I don't know if that catered to
to
minorities. You know what I mean?
So where does hair fall in on the scale for you?
Hair. You know what? And hair is important. I like natural. I like natural hair. You know what I mean? But if you got a weave or however you want to do it, just keep it neat. You know what I mean? And keep it fresh. And I don't want to smell like an old raincoat.
It costs a lot of money.
That mean-
German Shepherd.
Yeah, shout out to all the weave wearing women and wigs and all that stuff. I think is ridiculous.
Can we get your phone?
Yeah, I mean, but you know, sometimes you know you can find somebody's.
No, you or Aaron.
What we got on what you got on hair? What do you have on hair?
How do you feel about it?
I mean, you know, I need your hair to be done. You know, let's start there.
Just keep
It
it
don't
on.
matter how I feel.
I like, listen, if you got a cute face, ain't nothing like a short, natural haircut.
What if
I
she
think
what if
that's
she got a
sexy.
hair like Lou Rawls? What if it was all the way back here?
Ain't gonna work for me. You know what I mean?
She got the Stevie
She gotta wear
But I'm mature enough.
She gotta wear a bun.
To
Okay.
get it done the way I want to get it done. I'll pay for it.
Okay,
we'll
all right.
be
You know
happy.
what? Yeah, there you go.
I'm
man.
not gonna complain and don't come up with a solution.
You're right.
Yeah,
There you
grown
go.
in the grown in.
There you go.
Let me tell you something.
Doesn't matter.
Keep your weave on the horse's ass, okay?
You got to be
are
disrespectful.
horrible.
They are not horrible.
They are horrible.
No,
There's
they
nothing
not.
wrong with you keeping your natural hair. Everybody want to be something that they ain't, man. Stop it.
Yeah,
It's
I
enhancements. It's not being
Okay,
something
so
that you ain't.
enhancements.
Yeah, it's just a little enhancement.
So whoever
I
you-
might not be able to grow long hair. So, you know,
Bill,
I'm gonna buy me
says,
something.
Bill says he doesn't like weaves. It makes him itch. Natural.
And
look
make
for
him
me.
itch.
And
Well,
make him itch.
okay. So is he putting the weave on?
I like that.
So I got something from my
Oh,
cousin.
natural and underscore naturer or nurturer, if I'm pronouncing it right. As long as I look good, my husband doesn't care. So if you don't look good, does your husband care?
Yeah.
I would think so.
Question mark, dot.
Yeah.
No,
Be
I mean-
careful.
No.
Be very careful.
So I got stuff from my cousin Remar, who after one of our other podcasts, he said, I want you to talk about why do bad hair and bad hair go with bad attitudes and with big eyelashes.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, I mean, why is the attitude with the bad hair and the eyelashes all
Yo,
go
Remo,
together?
Come on the show, brother.
Yeah.
How about that?
Shout out to my cousin Remar.
Natural season.
Yeah, I mean, he got a whole different perspective on things. Yeah, he just.
I would definitely love to get his
Yeah,
perspective.
absolutely. Shout out to Reed.
He gotta take that heat himself.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved.
He gonna catch it.
I will say though, to every woman that is listening, the more natural you are, I find a whole lot more beauty in that. All that makeup compacted on your face, those hologram weaves where you can see where your forehead stop, and then it's just like a
hologram.
It's like a little fuzzy part right here, like the TV station is on, and then the hair starts. That is a hot ass mess. I don't care how new it is, nobody ever gets it right.
It's all preference though, because some guys don't care.
Well, I'm talking about my preference.
Yeah, but
And it's
yeah,
a hot mess.
But I'm saying it's all
So you makeup and no makeup. I mean, like, what do you? I mean, how do you feel about makeup?
I prefer no makeup, but I mean, it's up to the woman if that's what she feels like she.
I want to see how you look when you wake up.
Exactly.
I like that face. That's a face where
I
I
ain't
would
with the
just.
makeup.
You talking about enhancements? You must like the
No,
makeup.
I don't like makeup.
I don't love it.
Not makeup, but if your woman want to put on,
I mean,
makeup,
if you put
my
something light on,
wife wears makeup.
I can live with it,
but
but
it's not a lot,
I
though.
don't need makeup. Because if I'm attracted to you,
Then
I
I'm
don't need
attracted
you to
to
make
you.
that up.
Exactly. You ain't gotta make that up.
Yeah,
If
it's
that's
not
how the
always-
good
it's not
Lord made
always
you.
for
That's
you.
what it
Is that false
Oh my God.
advertising?
It's
That's
not
not-
always
all
for
day
you.
long.
That's true.
It's not always for you.
So I'll
It's for
say
them.
this.
It's for their
If-
self-esteem.
if-
That's something they want to do. They want to go
I
out.
get
They
it.
feel like they look good.
But we talking about
with
kinda
the
like
hair and the
I was
makeup
kind of
or
alluding to
whatever it is.
how what
It's
men
not for you.
what do I really like? What do I prefer? You know what I'm saying? I prefer the more natural the better. The simple or the low maintenance is better for me. You know what I mean? As little
Yeah,
as possible. You know what I
I
mean?
prefer no makeup, but you know.
I want you.
If you want to have big lashes and all that, you know what I
straight from the
mean?
motherland. I want you to
Oh, he
smell
want-
like
he
you was
want a,
wrestling a crocodile,
Wrestling
you
like
want
a
a
crocodile.
fufu.
running with the lions.
Yeah, he want to be. Excuse me, Miss Fufu.
Nah. Yes.
Yeah.
I want me a
Mustafa.
Yeah, he went Hotel Rwanda.
Slow down, play. There will be no Mustafas other than me in my bedroom.
A girl named Mustafa.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That's a rarity.
Yeah. But,
Absolutely.
DJ Old Boy 15 says natural is always the shit. I bang with you, homie. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. A man that knows his truth.
I think a lot of men prefer natural.
Capricorn night.
what do men really feel about like fake asses and shit like that?
Nah, I ain't with that shit.
For what?
I don't know nobody who has one. You know what I mean,
No,
but
you probably do. You just didn't know that it's fake.
No, you can usually tell.
you can tell all the
How?
time.
Look at all
Ah,
the
shit
shit looks
sits in the eye.
to me. It always looks deformed.
Like
It's
whole
not
lot
natural.
natural.
Yeah, I mean you can tell.
like a sack of onions in the back of
You got a 22-inch waist and your ass like look like two basketballs. This
Something
can't be.
going on.
It could be squats.
It could be squats.
It could be squats. It could be.
She's
Ain't that much
squatting
squat.
2,000
You
pounds.
know what I mean?
She's a whole beast.
Because here go the other
Now,
problem. You got all that ass and chicken legs. Well, if
Right.
you squatting, where your quadriceps at?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like how you ain't build them up?
So how do you?
Keep it natural. Ain't nothing wrong with the gym. I encourage everybody. You know, I'm all about good health
Absolutely.
and good hygiene and going to the gym. You know, you got to put the work in. There's no easy way out. That's what everything in life. Put the work in, and then you get good results.
I want to shout out to the green drinks we've been drinking, man.
Oh,
But, I mean, so
yeah.
I want to say about 3 months ago, I went to the doctor. And he said then you pre-diabetic. He said you got high this, high that. You know what I mean? And I thought I was in reasonable good shape. I move a lot. I do a lot of good stuff. But I noticed that I was lacking. I wasn't getting enough greens and fruits in my diet. So I went to Wegmans and I went to this new store called Sprouts. And they make these green drinks with kale, apple,
If you
mango.
look on the back of the bottle, every ingredient you can actually read it.
Yeah.
There is no hydromorphochloride.
Yeah, or
in it
ascorbic
at all.
acid 24,
None of that.
all that ridiculous. Yo, it's 16 fluid ounces. It tastes good. It ain't like really nasty or whatever.
It's not nasty. I would say it tastes good. It's bearable. It's
yeah.
palatable.
It ain't V8. It's like
this is a little.
Let's get to the meat.
well, yeah. I mean,
Let's talk about it.
health is wealth. Health is wealth.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Health is
Tell
wealth.
them,
Yeah,
okay.
you gotta spend a couple
All right,
little dollars.
How much is the bottle?
Yeah, for one bottle, I believe it's $6 or $7.
It's $6
You know what I mean?
16
$7 for 16 ounces of vegetables.
He's like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
You ain't gonna find
All
it at your corner store.
No.
But it was so I went back.
Clearly, you ain't gonna find it.
I went back to the
They burn
doctor.
that down before they buy one of them.
I went back to the doctor, and the doctor said, "Yo,
What was the time?
3 months."
Okay.
He said, I went, but 3 months, got blood work done, checked all my stuff, my joints had been cut in half. He said, "What are you doing differently?" I said, "I've been drinking these green drinks. Yeah, I mean, kind of, because you're supposed to drink it and skip a meal. You know what I mean, because you ain't supposed to eat a big grits and egg breakfast, you know what I mean, and then, you know what I mean, get a green drink. No, drink a green drink, and then, I mean, maybe get like a little con bar or something like that. Yo, it cut everything down. He said, you're doing fantastic. Keep up the good work."
Now, where'd you get this from?
I got it from Wegmans. You can get them at Wegmans. You can get them at Sprouts, Whole Foods. Every produce place makes a juice. You know what I mean, all those apples and oranges, they don't just throw them away. They press them and turn them into juice.
Yeah.
You drink one a day?
One a day.
One a
7
day
days
in the
a week.
morning.
7 days. Yeah,
I
had
actually
to
stopped drinking coffee in the morning and started drinking the green drink.
Yo, man.
And then when I urinate, it used to be
Looks
yellow.
like chlorophyll.
Yo, it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Really?
So this helps everybody. Yo, go if
In
you go,
3 months.
3 months. It changed your life. I'm trying to tell you.
So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do.
I'm
And
a
it's called
self-experiment.
green drink.
They got a couple
Yeah, you
different.
can get it. I mean, you can get.
You get a green drink.
You get a
They got
green
stuff
drink,
with
yeah,
beets. They got stuff with carrots. They
Yeah,
got a whole
it's
bunch
all
of different. But
different.
they
You
all
drink the same one every day, or
No, I switch up a little bit. I mean, some got the lemon and the ginger. Some got the beets, the carrots, and it's a whole couple of different ones. They all in the same section, all in the same case.
Yeah, you
Can't go wrong.
don't need to be taking supplement vitamin C's. Everything that you can get all of that from.
I don't got time to eat kale to be making kale.
$7.
$7, yeah. It's part of my menu now. I mean, it's a
I'm gonna make the
bill.
investment.
It's a bill. Yeah, try it out. Just see how.
Oh, well, I am. I'm
Try
gonna
it
go
out,
90 days. I'm gonna try it out.
Try it out. You know what I mean?
Based on you and Travis's
Yeah, man.
urging.
Let's get at it. You know what I'm
And if
talking
I don't see no results,
gonna
like
see results.
my man here,
He want his
I
money
want
back.
my money back. Yeah.
You better call Wegmans.
I want my money back.
Ah, that's funny.
So real quick, Miss Just Be Inc. states at this point, I'm saying, what about men? I'm guessing she's saying, how do women feel about men? That's something you're gonna have to put a girlfriend. You let us know.
Oh, she want to know what the
Yeah,
the parts
you let
that
us
women.
know that what parts.
Yeah, ladies, what do you feel about it? Yeah, let us
damn
know.
sure
Put it
can
down
answer
in the
that.
comments. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And DJ old boy, I'm sure he gonna get at it because he going off right now. That's what I'm saying. Yo, he getting it in. So anyway, we're gonna swing on over to today's topic. In fact, you know what? I want Aaron to introduce today's topic.
All right, so
Do your thing.
all right, so so I got a friend. I mean, he's 45. I don't name his name. He recently found out that this girl he's been seeing for about 6 or 7 months is pregnant. Right?
He's 45.
He is 45 years old. All right. His kid is 22. His oldest kid is 22 years old. He already had one child.
What happened?
Well, I'm gonna get there.
I'm gonna tell you what happened.
He made. He never was really never married. I mean, the baby mom, it didn't really work out. He playing a dating game. He be on the whole Christian mingle and all that. You know what I mean? Yo, freaks on Christian mingle. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway.
Wow.
You know what I mean? He do.
I ain't gonna touch that.
No, yeah. That's a whole different show. I mean, he do the whole dating sites or whatever. And he met a lady and took a liking to her, and he kept it light. You know what I mean? But they see each other every day, and we adults. You know what I mean? She ready. She was a little bit younger. You know what I mean? So she was 34, I believe. 34. You know what I mean? So her biological, no kids. Her biological clock was ticking a little bit differently. Kids were on his radar.
Yeah, his was like tick.
I'm done.
Tick. Her Joe was like.
Yeah. So, you know what I mean? She hit him up and told him that the kid, you know what I mean, that she, we want to have a baby. And it wasn't, he didn't have a say. He said it just shocked him. He said it zapped the life out of him.
That was his response?
Yeah, he said he didn't know what to say.
He said it zapped the life out of him?
He said he was really figuring out life. You know what I'm saying? I'm in a good place.
Right there where you at. I want to pan the camera over to our guest for this evening.
What's up there, Mr.
Bridge.
Please
Now,
tell me
like
how
I said, I've known you for a long time, brother. And with that being said, you had a child at what age?
50.
Woo! Lord have mercy.
Oh, man.
I did some research. 50 years old is the age that Aunt your mama took that picture to the surf bottle.
He said the cream of wheat man took the picture.
How many kids do you have now?
Well, listen, man. The depiction that Aaron gave about his man,
That's him all day. Plus 5
that
years.
was me probably times 10. I didn't have any kids.
His only child.
I was 50, and
51st child.
I've been employed.
How
by
did that feel, man?
So tell me the initial. Let's start with the initial phone call. Hey.
Well, it wasn't a phone call. It was in person.
She showed up?
I went
Okay.
from work.
Okay.
Shot by her house.
Okay.
It was almost the same dynamic. We were dating for about 4 months.
Okay.
Really wasn't in no committed relationship. We
Right.
were seeing each other, enjoying each other,
Mm-hmm.
and
As grown-ups do.
For me it was that ship had sailed. I didn't want any kids. I don't have anything against kids. I think they're beautiful and all, but
You never want to kids.
But they just not for me.
I did want kids. But I'm a I guess a structured individual,
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. So
Mhm.
I believe life is lived in seasons.
Yeah. And you passed yours.
That season had passed.
Right.
Right.
How long would you think that season has passed for you? How many
Probably 15 years.
15
Ooh,
years?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that raising kids is a young man's game.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So at 50, no matter how good a shape I think I am, you can't cheat the clock.
Absolutely.
50 is 50. Like Jay-Z said, 40 is the new 30. He full of shit.
Yeah, full of shit.
All day
40
long.
is the same old 40.
I got a new
I mean,
dog, and I'm ready to cook this dude.
I mean, due to the lack of discipline of the younger generation, I might be able to hang with some of them. But
Right.
at the end of the day, around 10, 30, 11 o'clock, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, ain't no,
Whoa out.
yeah, I'm wore out. So ain't no hanging out till 3 o'clock in the morning. Kids, they full of energy.
Yeah. You gotta
You know.
play with them.
Right. So plus I've been employed for 27 years at the same place, and
Yeah.
Right.
you know, I had a whole retirement plan laid out. So
Right,
I
right.
had
Messed that all up.
Yeah, like
Ah, ah.
everything was allocated.
blew that way up. You understand? So I'm 10 years, and I'm like, yo, I can see the end of the tunnel here. 10 years, I'm done.
I'm outta
About
here.
retirement,
For
right?
sure.
Thinking about
Yeah.
the fish in the boat in the pier.
Right. Something like that.
Okay, all right.
So I mean, you know, it was in person.
Mm-hmm.
She said she was pregnant.
First thing that came to your mind was what? Did you have a question?
I fucked up.
That's what came to your mind first.
Oh, absolutely.
So you was sure that it was yours.
Oh yeah. We ain't gonna play that game. You know,
Yeah,
I take
really?
full responsibility.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
absolutely.
right.
I mean, even though we was doing what we was doing, we wasn't
Yeah.
in a committed relationship.
I like that.
I had no reason to think that she was out here running around. You know,
I mean, but was
I
it-
might have been, but, you know, I didn't think.
Was it ever
See,
a
that's grown
conversation?
right there. That's grown.
Was it ever a conversation about kids prior to that announcement? I mean, we did hinted. Was her clock ticking?
Yeah. Well, that's where I mean, you know, she was 40 at the time, so
Okay.
clearly her clock. Was
Oh yeah,
ticking.
that clock is yeah.
So she had previously alluded to you that she wanted children. Or
Does she
a-
well,
have, does
the
she have any
convers-
now? Does she have any kids?
Just the one with me.
Okay, so
Okay.
y'all both first time parents.
Right.
Okay.
So the conversation that came up was, you know, it was a discussion about kids, kind of like, you know, if I was to get pregnant.
She
ain't no-
eased it. She eased
you
into
know,
it. Woman's
that type
fucking
of joint.
sneaky.
And,
It's so
you know,
sneaky.
Me being a man and physically driven, you know, I ain't peeping under
Physically
these.
driven.
I ain't peeping under these signs. I'm going along with it.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, kids is great.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Oh, if you get ain't no big deal. All that kind of shit.
Ain't no big deal. You was thinking with your low IQ brain.
Yeah.
Very much. Because I mean, on some, to be honest,
It went on your
at a
radar.
half a man, I'm like, I ain't getting nobody pregnant. You know what I mean? This shit ain't happening.
Half a man is 50 years old for y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's
I'm
street
like,
terms. Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't worried about that. That's not gonna happen. So when she said that she was pregnant, I'm like, I done fucked this all the way up.
It's all the way
Throw
up.
fire into it.
So I didn't say anything. I let her talk, and I was very calculated about what I said because I knew
Yeah.
at that point.
Were the thoughts of anger? Was anger
And-
one
and-
of your emotions?
And who
Yes.
was it? Or who was the anger geared to?
Myself.
Yeah.
Okay, that's responsible.
I
okay.
mean, because I knew that she was a decent young lady, and I knew that you know, I had been married, I was divorced, I was kind of like out here, so I wasn't trying to get in no relationship. I was just
Yeah.
having a good time.
Right.
Did you think to yourself? Because I know I did. If I could try to somehow persuade her into an abortion, that'd be great. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to.
Well, no, listen.
Right. Now, first of all, hold on. We don't want to be insensitive. Yeah, I mean, but that's what men think. I mean, abortion.
Well,
I know it's insensitive for the men to suggest abortion and all that type of stuff. But yo, I'm thinking men are problem solvers. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Solve
So
wow.
you want to solve? You want a easy answer to this? You got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean?
And you know what? It is.
It's sensitive.
It is. It's not insensitive because it may be insensitive, but it's still the truth. I'm not gonna say.
That's how I feel. That's how I felt.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna say a lie to you just to be politically correct. Damn that, you on the wrong show.
Right.
I did want her to have an abortion. I was in college when I found out she was pregnant, and it was just like you said, it pretty much zaps the life out of you.
Right.
And I asked her, well, what do you want to do?
Right.
I
The whole
I
Chris
think
Rock
that's the
joke.
question. That's
So what
always
you
the
gonna do?
That is a long ass pause.
Right.
Because I know what I want her to say, but I'm trying to read her eyebrows
Right.
to see if it's gonna come out the way I want.
Right. And you got to be calculated
You have
in
to be
how you
careful.
answer because you don't want her to fly off the handle. I know you ain't suggesting
Yeah,
you're going to get an
exactly.
abortion. I know that ain't coming out your mouth.
I know you ain't.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that.
I don't want the
I don't
problem.
want that.
I don't
That's
want
a
the
whole
problem.
different type of lane you want to stay the hell out of. So men, we tap dance. You gotta tap dance around that.
Walk on
So,
eggshells.
because you gotta feel her out and feel out where is she leaning toward,
Yeah.
or is she really? It's about to happen. So, the question she presented it to you. Was it any trying to change her mind? Was it like, you know what? No. You know what I mean? Your mom say it like no, like in a way you can relate. Like, nah, I'm really not ready for this. Or what was your next action?
Well, after the initial, the silence. Like Travis, we are problem solvers. So
Right.
my quick answer solve was, yeah, this abortion would probably work out well. But I was smart enough or wise enough.
Hold on right there. Miss Wright, 215. You shaking your head, but can you please add some and let us know what women may think about this whole situation while you shaking your head, okay? Go ahead, Bridge. Sorry about that.
I was wise enough to know that that wasn't an option. So I knew I didn't even have to try to initiate that conversation. I knew that wasn't.
It wasn't a go.
That wasn't
you
on
were
the table.
That wasn't on the
Man,
table.
so
Did you-
already
So I
knew
wasn't
that.
gonna play myself and bring it up because, as you said,
It could go
you
left. real
can't
quick.
back out of that.
You
You
can't.
know what I mean, once
You're
I
right.
put that out there,
Yeah.
I can't back out of that. So I didn't even attempt to introduce that because I knew that wasn't an option. So now I'm trying to figure out.
Well, Bill said he knew that his wife was pregnant before she even got pregnant. I don't know how he knew that, but this is what the man said. And just Beat Inc. says, what happened to protection?
Well,
Well,
we'll get to that. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Hey, listen,
Yeah, we got a whole segment.
while we on the show, I will answer those questions.
That is segment number 2. Number 3 actually about
And Bill's selfish ass says, it takes away from all the feeling. Yeah. Not when you're in the dark room crying.
Yeah, right.
I think
yeah.
Bill's situation is different because Bill was married at the time.
And that was my issue. It's like I grew up in a 2-parent household. If I did have children,
You would have
I would
Right.
prefer for my child to be raised in a 2-parent household.
Like you said, you're structured.
And I knew that wasn't where we was at.
Right.
Right.
So
At the time, right.
initially, I mean, when I was told, I was silent. There was a lot of things going through my head, but initially it was like, yo, I done fucked up. So, of course, I listen. I got to stand in the fire now.
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to sugarcoat this or try to blame her like the young lady said. You know, I could have used some protection. I knew I didn't want to have a baby.
Right.
Yeah,
You know, so I just kind of like.
So as a grown ass 50-year-old man, you know the consequences of having sex without protection. Like, honestly, on some real shit, what did you think? The pull-out game was working?
You damn right.
Wow.
You can't bet on if you
Wow.
can't bet on yourself. Who you gonna bet on?
Wow.
You know what I mean?
All right, so
I
yeah.
mean,
Black.
and you got to keep in mind, I'm a half a man.
She
so
states
clearly my
anything that
pull-out
the man-
game was working.
Right. He's like, I didn't skate this
Oh,
long.
you thought that-
I'm 50
You thought
years
your hands
in.
in there wasn't swimming too good.
So,
Hey man, yeah.
so
like-
go ahead and read your comments on. I got another question after that. Go ahead.
It keeps scrolling up, but something
Scroll it back
she
down.
said something to the effect of, scrolls down.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wow, look at that. Miss Wright says anything y'all are thinking and feeling, women are thinking and feeling multiplied by 1,000. If that's the case, she'd have had the abortion without me even asking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't agree with that.
They're
Sorry.
not thinking what we
Miss
think.
Wright, you're wrong right now.
Nah,
Right, boo.
they're not thinking what we think. They definitely multiplying some things by 1,000.
Just on
but
the
it's
opposite
not.
end.
Yeah,
of
but
the
they're not
spectrum.
thinking the same thing.
I was in the same boat. I thought I couldn't have kids, and then I got the phone call. I got two phone calls.
Yeah. That's Pan. Go ahead.
It's the heat off of me.
Yeah. Go ahead. So,
The
Now,
first time,
before we
cause you had multiple phone calls.
You got how many now? 6 pieces? 5?
5.
All right, you got 5 herbs
The
and
Brady
spices.
Bunch.
You know what I mean? But how many different women?
3.
These are my confessions.
Well, are you married to anybody?
Yeah, I'm married to my I'm married
To my current wife.
My current wife.
Yeah.
That's all right. Well, that's the best adjective you can come up with.
So tell me about the number one. Tell me about the first time and how old were you?
I was 25.
25. Okay.
So from 21 to
Oh,
20.
I'm sorry. R3 I gotta come up with some better names. Genevieve Gag 3 or Orange 151. Ridiculousness. She says women think about abortion just as much as men.
Really?
I'm sure they do.
Go ahead, Meek. You got the mic.
We'll tackle that. Go ahead.
All right. So my first kid, I was 25,
Right.
and I got the phone call. I was in a relationship with somebody else, and I got the phone call.
Ooh, damn. It's just Usher right there.
Yeah, he was.
Demetrius Raymond out this. Go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Instead of Usher, he was a you sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you back.
I'm gonna call, and that's
probably
that's
banged
what I
on.
said when she called me. I said I'm gonna call you back,
Yeah.
and I just sat there. I was like, I don't know.
Women, y'all.
Now, was this the Caucasus Mountain or Arroz con Condones?
What in the hell is
Oh,
going on?
God.
He's
What
speaking
the-
languages.
My first
What,
kid,
what race was the woman that you had a child with?
black.
Oh, she was.
She
Okay,
black,
got
yeah.
it. So the next one was
You over
what?
there speaking French Polynesian? What,
Yeah.
what are you speaking?
But so the first
No. What was the next one? Let's get to this.
So the first one,
The
I got
next
the
baby
phone
mom
call.
was what color? Me.
What?
Me, they ain't answering
What
that.
you want
What
to
color
know?
was the next baby mom?
She was white.
Okay. And what color was the next baby mom?
Puerto Rican.
Okay.
All around the world.
This boy got a rainbow up in here, guys.
Yeah. Hey, man.
What's up?
That's love.
Hey, man.
That's all I can say, man. That's love, man.
Yeah.
All right, so take me. All right, so you in a relationship with one, and you get the call from the other, from the previous, that you had a baby. Is that how?
No, well, it was during my my relationship. I got somebody else pregnant.
Oh
Oh
wow.
my goodness.
That's
So
so
that
that's
call-
so multi-layered. Go ahead.
So that call was very difficult.
Yeah, Bill said Skittles. Taste the rainbow.
Taste the rainbow.
Walt Topside said, I remember when Bridge found out. You must
Who
have
said
called him. Walt Topside. Jeff.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Hey, Bridge, did you go for that? You know, men. I know when I first found out, you kind of go for that drive, and you just thinking, I don't know where the hell I was even going. I had to go. I was thinking about it. I had the information in my head, right?
He was on autopilot, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I was just driving
That's
around the
real.
neighborhood. It's
That's
like
real.
men go through shit like that.
That's
I mean,
real.
you just drive around like everything is going through your mind. What am I going to do? How are the people who know me going to receive it? My parents.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
I pulled my car over in the middle of Thomas Ave.
Finest. Say what?
My second
pulled
phone call,
my
I was on
car
the boulevard.
over.
I remember I was driving down the boulevard and I got the phone call. I was like,
Yeah.
got it. Let me call you back.
I pulled my car over on Thomas Avenue. I was in the middle of Southwest Philly. People was honking. I got out the car. I was just tripping.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his initial
The
thoughts
The
of
Lord,
anger.
the Lord covered me in the blood of Jesus. Yo,
My biggest
man.
thing when that happened, I had to figure out how I was going to tell my current girlfriend that I got somebody else pregnant.
How'd that go?
Straight usher.
Well, I didn't tell her. My daughter and mom called her
Oh, you got it. Whatever.
and met her at her school.
It ain't never
And
never
then
good when the baby mamas seek each other out.
Yeah,
I mean, it ain't never good. That's always a problem.
She showed up at my apartment, but they both showed up at my apartment together.
Yeah. They was friends.
No, they weren't friends.
They
wanted to
became
have a
friends.
meeting.
They became friends.
With-
I know when they left, they was holding hands. It was weird. It was weird.
Well, hold on.
They became friends.
Hold on for
They
a
became
second.
friends when they left the crib, but
Polygamous.
nah, not at all. So then, maybe
And you get to see me. And you get to see me.
then the next year I did it again, and I
Did
got,
what
The
again?
next year.
Hold on. You don't
Yeah.
learn your goddamn lesson.
So you kids is a year apart.
yeah, 13
Well,
months
what?
apart.
Two of them the same age.
No, 13 months apart.
That's a year and a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For you,
For you.
mathematical challenge.
13 months and 3 days.
That's close though. I mean,
It's very.
I
That's
think you
close.
thought about that, huh?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was tough. But yeah. That's how
okay.
that went. And I stayed with the girl for like another 2 years after that. After I had the 2 kids.
Was it-
She forgave you.
I guess.
Was there ever any conversations about abortion or about alternative? We ain't gonna say abortion. We're gonna say alternative. What is
Well-
was it an alternative?
No, I was never an alternative.
That was never on the table. No one spoke of the alternative.
You
Nah,
didn't want-
I didn't
you didn't
bring it up. I didn't bring it up.
Is that because you were ready for
Yeah, but
make
what-
the
I
challenge?
wasn't ready. No, I was nowhere
you
near
thinking it?
ready. Of course, I thought it, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
just like you said. Like you know, I know what I did, and to bring it up, you thinking like, all right, if
You're
I
just
bring
making
this up,
things worse.
What about bringing that up?
yeah,
Especially if the woman
The woman
that you
wants
get
it.
pregnant wants the baby.
right,
So for me, I knew
it can go left quick.
just by how it was articulated when she told me, it was like, ain't no way she getting no abortion. Like, it ain't no need for me to play myself to bring
Right.
that up because I know.
Yeah, they neither one of them
You-
were.
you wanna have this shot.
They knew the situation, but
so
they
it's like
still
playing
wanted-
football, man. It's offense, defense.
Damn.
So now, I got to go on defense.
Right,
Because
exactly.
the offense would be, we need to handle this.
You
No,
need to take
that-
care of this, right?
that's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I was silent.
I gotta
I
eat
think
that.
I stayed there for a little while, and did I go home? I think I went home. And now I'm I got to map out like what am I doing? Because like I said, I'm
What's that?
10 years away from not working no more.
Yeah, that
Right.
changed your life, man.
And
And strategize.
my lifestyle was set up. I bought a duplex after my divorce. I plan to live there for the rest of my days. I had no, now I'm having a child. I got to think about, a house,
room and board,
and all that kind of stuff. You got to think about. I'm not going to retire in the next 10 years,
Ooh.
So,
How old is baby girl now?
2.5.
2.5.
Great.
Yeah.
So are you basically at the point where it's just like, this is what it is, and I'm rocking out and do everything I can do? Do you live your life for your daughter now, or is it still just kind of like, I still can't believe it?
Oh no. I mean,
It's gotta fade away when she's born.
yeah. Once you the 9-month pregnancy was a reckoning period for me. So
Okay.
like when you asked me was it some anger, I got to be honest with myself. I mean, them 9 months, I was very angry.
Yeah.
I probably owe my child's mother an apology because I'm task driven. So I showed up I did the things that were supposed to be done. Made all the doctor's appointments.
Yeah.
You need something, I got it.
Mhm.
But emotionally,
Wreck.
I was completely detached because I wasn't happy with the
What was
direction
going
that
on?
my life was going.
Is it safe to say you were angry, a little angry at her also?
I mean, it would be unfair for me to be angry with her because I gave her the opportunity.
But that's not what
to
I'm
put myself
asking.
in that position.
I agree that it would be unfair, but were you angry at her? Is the question.
I was angry at times based on how she handled the pregnancy because
That's
the
fair, that's
pregnancy.
fair.
That's
a fair answer.
And here's why.
That's the
Because
50
I knew what having a child at this age brought.
Right.
I know what it takes to raise a child, the responsibility, the finances. I knew what pregnancy brought. It's
Yeah.
uncomfortable. So during the pregnancy, I'm not going to say she had a hard pregnancy, but listen, you carrying another human being is not comfortable at times. So I would get angry when you complain because in my head, it's like, yo, this is what the fuck you wanted.
Yeah.
Like,
I had to go
this
through
ain't
Yeah.
this ain't where I wanted to be, but I know this is what you wanted. So now, you kind of complaining about the situation itself. Well, this would come with it, So I was angry from that perspective, but angry with her, nah. I mean, I accepted like, yo, I fucked up. She did what women do. She's gonna have the baby. She wanted a child.
Let me stop you right there. You say, yeah, I fucked up, right? So, I want to segue into the other part is birth control, right? And whose responsibility
Both.
is it? Well, hold on. Let me speak.
Just be ink. Just say it takes two to tango.
Hold on. You're right. You are 100% right. But I feel as though
I'm gonna answer that, and y'all probably not gonna like the answer.
women women control everything.
What? What are you
Yes,
saying?
let me speak.
You just
Hold
said-
on.
You're talking foolish.
No, women control. Yeah,
They
right.
don't control everything.
Listen. You donate your sperm, right? You hold on. I'm going here. Fix your face. You know what I mean, fix your face, man. Let me get you have sex with a woman, right? After that, she gets to make all the decisions from there on out. You've made one decision.
I get, and that's the decision that you got to be responsible for.
I'm not saying
So
you're
you can't say
responsible.
they make all
Hold
the decisions.
on.
You still decided all the positioning.
Hold on.
I do control that.
Hold on.
I know I do.
I control the beginning.
There
Right.
you go.
Right.
Lay
That's
down.
it.
Get up. Move over.
I put the dough in the oven, but she control the
There you go.
temperature. She can control when it
Baking
come out,
time,
baking time, all
and when
that.
you eat.
Right. All
know what
I
I
did
mean?
was put it in the oven. You know what I mean?
You gotta accept responsibility.
I'm
for
not saying
putting it
I'm
in
not
the
saying I'm accepting responsibility, but I'm just saying once a woman tells you she's pregnant, she dictates everything that's going to happen with the baby, with you to a degree. You know what I mean? It almost feels like a trap. It feels like a trap. It feels like a trap. You have trapped me. You got me. God damn it, man.
Let me go on record. I don't agree with that.
I am tethered to you for life. I got to be at graduations. I am
Well,
tethered.
listen, Miss Wright just said that maybe you should control your decisions with some birth
Well,
control.
hold on.
If you feel though you're not
How
in
many?
control,
So
you can control.
yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Bring it
Let's
up.
talk about the birth control games that women play.
Well, what did you want to add to that, though?
Go ahead.
Oh well, my answer to that would be, it would be the man's responsibility if he knows that he don't want a child.
Boom.
So in my case, it was my responsibility because it was clear to me at 40 years old, she ain't had no kids. More likelier than not, if she got pregnant, there's no way she getting an abortion.
Did she
There you go.
communicate? Did she communicate that she was taking any kind of birth control and all that type of stuff like that? Because women tell that game.
No.
Hey, I'm on birth control.
Hey, on some real shit, even if she is communicating that to you,
You're right.
you are taking a hellified risk
You're
by
right.
just taking her word.
You right?
But no, that wasn't communicated, so we ain't gonna put that on her.
Okay, all right, well then-
I'll take full onus to say that at 50 years old, I have been playing this game a long time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I use protection. We grown.
You right.
Sometimes I didn't.
You right.
At a half a man, I hadn't been caught. I hadn't made no mistakes. So at 50, when they tell you
was
everything's
zigging and zagging. You
right,
was
they
you
tell
was
you
batting
everything's
1,000.
slowing down.
Right.
You know what I mean? My fish is swimming at half speed.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
I'm like, I ain't really worried about getting
Yeah.
nobody pregnant
Well,
at this
the
point.
turtle won the race though, didn't
He had old Michael
Like
Phelps.
him up.
for-
Yeah, exactly. Just be Ink said you should have gotten fixed. This is what all basically.
Oh,
all
well,
I'm saying.
now I got to get my balls
thank you
nipped.
for that, and I got fixed before my daughter was born. You know what I mean?
No, you mean after?
Oh no,
No,
before
before.
she was born. I had that
Oh,
done
before she was born.
Yeah.
After she was conceived.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See,
So I learned from
oh,
my
okay.
mistakes.
Being sexually aroused does not give you an excuse to lose all of your forward thinking.
I
You know,
agree.
it's like being, I was drunk. Oh, it was okay. I crashed.
Right.
No, it's not. You still
No.
gotta be responsible, man.
I ain't saying I'm not gonna be responsible.
I don't.
I'm
I
just saying.
don't agree that.
I'm just saying that. I'm saying the aftermath. Once the pregnancy has completed. Go ahead.
Bill says. He said the pull-out game got slower at 50, bro.
It did. That really. I mean, tell Bill he's absolutely right. You know what I mean? Half a man off the pull-out
What if the
game.
guy wants the baby and the woman doesn't?
Then he's a loser.
She
That's-
still controls that. It's the control thing that she's talking about.
Oh, sensitive ass motherfucker. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm on.
But you know what? I got a homie right now. His daughter, he got his girl is pregnant. Baby's due next month.
Yeah.
And
How old is he?
he's 40.
What is going on? Why is this happening? Like who?
Well, some guy-
the
I mean,
70-year-old
nah,
guy.
nah, some
at
people-
the kids.
Some people like kids. I mean, you know.
Yo, did y'all,
And he got
did y'all see that Instagram pic where the old head was celebrating and then he fell down the bleachers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's gonna be your man. That's gonna be your man. Keep on
Like,
hanging.
who dad is that? Who grandpop is that?
And he has kids. He got 3 kids.
Okay.
But
Oh wow.
his lady is pregnant. She don't want that baby.
She don't want it, and he does.
Yeah, he definitely wants it. She don't want that baby.
See, it's not a
And
trap.
he knows she don't want it, but it's like,
Here's what he wants. The problem is, once you make that decision that you're just gonna go ahead and release inside of there, at that point, it really isn't up to you. You can't tell. You can't
Right.
tell. You're right.
You forfeit the
Excellent,
right.
Excellent free. You can't tell her what to do with her body.
I know that's the responsible answer, but I'm talking about how I feel.
Why
How I felt.
feelings.
How
I
I
don't get
felt.
how you felt
I
that
felt-
way. Knowing
Listen, I was a young man, and I thought like a young
See,
man.
there we go.
I felt as I can't tell you how I initially felt. Now I got a daughter. I love my daughter.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
I
I love my
make a
daughter.
small PSA. I love. You know what I mean? Once the child arrives, the best thing
It's
in
a
the world.
wrap.
It's a wrap.
Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine
My
life
girl
without
saved
her.
my life, by
You know what I'm
the way.
saying?
Absolutely.
I couldn't imagine life without my child or my wife and stuff like that. But at the
Yeah.
same time, you know what I mean? You know, before my wife, you know what I mean? I think of stories, or not stories, or occasions where I might have had that, you know what I mean, that call. And you're like, man, it scared the shit out you.
It does.
And like, you know, be like, listen, I don't even love her like that. I'm trapped. It's a trap. She got me
that
for.
come with the
Yo, man,
game,
she got
though,
me
man.
for.
God,
man,
man, you can
gotta
just
own
go
up.
in
Nah,
there
you're
and
right,
drop,
but she got
drop
me
in whatever you want.
forever.
You can't do that, man.
But
You,
got
you
me
gotta own up
forever.
to that.
I think you got yourself. You
You
trapped
trap
your damn
yourself,
self, man.
I mean, listen, man, it is what it is because it's woman's nature to procreate. That's what they do.
That's what they're here
They
for.
nurture. They nurture.
And they're nurturers. So, I mean, unless
So you say there's no responsibility on her?
Sure,
No,
it's responsibility
it's
on her.
not no
But they're
responsibility
normally
on
willing
it.
to accept the responsibility.
well,
but we're
it's
not.
no
when
responsibility
they had no
on
choice.
her because
We don't.
they
You don't have you.
It's her body.
Right. You're
right.
right.
I mean, it's
And
plenty, it's
most
plenty of
women,
dudes in
when
jail
they-
for that right now.
Most women, when they get pregnant, whether that was what they wanted or not, they are very accepting of
the
I'm gonna have
They
a-
are.
Of the-
And I'm
the
on
man is always the
a mess.
Dang,
I'm on
man,
the side of the bed looking at that metal hanger
Yeah,
hanging up
right.
in the closet.
I'm smoking a
I
cigarette.
can use that right
Unlit.
now.
Right.
Who had metal hangers in their closet?
Well, back when my kid came, I had a metal hanger.
But it's all about. It's also comes about responsibility. A man that's responsible, he looks at things from a logical.
Right,
position.
a
It's
responsible
like, yo,
man's thinking, like, yeah, you know,
Listen,
how
I
room
got
and board.
20 years. I gotta figure out room and board,
Right.
food,
They going on.
college money.
Oh, my
Miss
God.
Miss Pretty
You know what I mean?
says you should have used the condom. You trapped
Oh,
yourself.
here
Just
we
Speak
go.
Inc. says we can't procreate alone. You know.
man.
Here we go.
Well, listen,
Hit it, hit it.
Yeah.
Ladies.
I ain't saying
I
nothing.
am a super responsible man. I'm just telling you how I felt initially when I'm giving you a genuine feeling of how I felt when I first found out. Now I know
Respect that.
the responsibility. You got to respond. It takes two to tango. I know all that, but I know how I felt. I was like, oh my god, my life is over.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
how I felt. That's how
I felt the same way, but I knew that it was on me.
You're
and
right.
I instantly kicked into
Provider mode.
I grew up in 1 week, man. I instantly kicked into provider mode. I mean, I wouldn't put more hours in at the gig, the whole nine. Like, it was a
You
wrap.
over there putting the crib together before the baby even
you
got
to,
there.
man. You got to.
I did have my last kid. I did have a negative response.
What are you waving to?
To my wife.
Okay.
So
negative? What is
it
that?
was a negative response. So we were going through a breakup actually,
Okay.
and I came home, and we're on the outs. Like I'm about to leave, and I'm walking in the house, and I walk past her. We didn't speak. We didn't even look at each other.
And she whole pregnant.
She wasn't. She just found out.
Okay. You didn't know yet.
I didn't know yet.
Oh, wow.
So I came in the house, I walked past her, and she was like, here. And I turned around, and she had the pregnancy test in her hand. And I turned around, and I took it, and I looked at it, that joint said, pregnant. And I was like,
You threw it?
I threw it at her. I tossed it.
Not sensitive meat.
That show like a made-for-TV movie.
I tossed it back at her, and I said, what you giving that to me for? And I walked up the steps. Now, when she first gave it to me, her girlfriend, and I didn't tell her this part, I know her girlfriend was pregnant, so I thought she was playing a trick on me. So when I tossed it back at her, and I went up the steps, she
The
started...
first thing that came to my mind was her girlfriend's piss all on your hand.
She started crying.
Sure.
What kind of emotion?
Relax.
COVID
What are you
season,
talking
man.
about?
That's nasty. You nasty.
Well, what she do?
So I went upstairs, and then I heard her start crying. I was like, what?
Yeah, them tears get to you.
And I sat on the steps.
You know what? I
and
cannot
then-
stand
and
a
then
woman crying, man.
Dude,
It's the weakest
it
part
broke
of
me
my life.
down.
It
It
does
broke me
hurt.
down.
It hurt, man.
And I figured, I was like, you know what? I gotta figure it out. I can't run away from this. So
Right.
we figured it out.
Sheesh.
Well, listen,
Yeah, but
man. Praise the
was-
Lord, brother.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
man, yeah,
Yeah, now I'm happily married.
Oh, okay.
We got our baby girl.
Oh,
The last
listen.
baby.
You got some brownie points announcing that on air.
Right, yeah, right.
Yeah, it was a crazy time.
Clean it up.
Was a crazy time.
Clean it on up.
Yeah, man. But that's my story. That's it.
Yeah, but I don't think women think they know what we think, but I don't think they really, we try to
We
give
don't
you,
know what they
I'm
think.
trying to give you a glimpse. I can I only imagine what you're thinking, but I'm trying to give you a glimpse or a snapshot in the male mind, and how, if you're responsible, you know what I mean, this means I gotta get responsible. It should mean I gotta get responsible sooner.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta cut out all the dumb shit I was doing.
Yeah.
That you know what I mean.
Because we all know what's dumb shit.
Yeah, we all
You do it
yeah,
anyway.
you know
No,
what's
but
dumb shit.
if you think about it, going 50, like when I was 21 and I was out here, I didn't think I could get anybody because I wasn't using protection. I was just out here from 21 to 25 until I got that phone call.
You wasn't using protection from 21 to 25?
I was not using protection from 21
At
to
all?
25. I was
That's
not.
where them bumps came from, dog.
Yo,
Finally figured it out.
No, they cleared up.
Yeah. He said, I got the ointment.
No, but
Go ahead.
all that time, and I never had a scare. I never had one scare in that span of time. So I figured
You was ducking and dodging. You was ducking and dodging like
Dude,
Bridge
I-
over here,
I'm
boy.
telling
You was
you, I was
sticking and
playing-
moving, juking.
No.
I was playing
In my
craps.
younger years,
I was playing craps.
I used protection.
Oh, okay.
Right
But
now.
I didn't.
Because
Well, you was
I
all the
knew-
way over in Tijuana and all kinds of countries, right?
Japan.
Okay, same thing.
Well, that was a 4-year history. I mean, even.
I hope you did use protection.
Oh, yeah, you damn right.
Yeah, but I didn't, and then I finally got that phone call, but you know what? Even after that phone call, I still did it. Until the second
man.
phone call, I thought the first one was a fluke. Second phone call, I straightened up.
Okay, so we got
25, 26.
B-Ski13 says, my dumb ass figured since my girl at the time was pregnant with my first child, I thought the responsible thing was to get married at 21 years old. One of my biggest regrets, but biggest lesson. Wow.
All right, so let's tackle that. Should you get married just...
Absolutely not.
Just
No
because
way.
of the-
No, wait a minute.
There's no way a minute. You do not get married.
Hey,
you feel like
slow
this
down.
Let's unpack that.
All you're going
Let's
to do...
unpack that. No.
All you're going to
Unpack it
do
in 10 minutes.
is put that child into a really horrible family style situation.
Okay, so let me
you're
ask
going to
you
be
something.
arguing
Okay, let me ask you
because
this.
you're not happy. If
All
you're
right.
not happy, you
So
should
let
be
me
there.
let me ask you this. Well, I'm gonna say this to you, and I think you can agree to this. There is nothing, and I remember this distinctly when I was going through what I was going through with my wife at the time before we got a divorce. We went to counseling, and I remember one of the things that the pastor said to me was, everybody stands up when you get married. You say these vows, right? Everybody can remember the catchphrase vow, till death do us part. We all remember that.
Yeah.
I bet we do.
And then, the other one will be for richer or for poor.
Yeah.
For
Sickness and health.
sickness and health, right? There's some other things that said
Yeah.
in the vows that we can't halfway remember.
Right.
But I think
With or without gonorrhea.
okay, all right. So, but we can all agree.
I don't know what church you go
Yeah,
to.
I don't know what pastor proceeded over there.
yeah, I don't know.
He went,
I don't know.
he went to Geno Jennings church.
I think we can all agree that there's nothing in the vows that says is based upon you being happy.
Holy shit.
Or is it?
That is deep.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not. So
Better or worse, yeah.
for better or worse, right?
Yeah.
Nothing in there about happiness.
You're right.
But we as human beings, we attach happiness to the marriage.
Can I retort?
Wait a minute, I ain't
Yeah,
finished.
let him explain.
So-
Go ahead.
With that being said, my question to you would be, do
Sir?
you think that there are marriages that are in existence for the betterment of the children? It's
Yes,
people that's
absolutely.
married
Oh, yeah,
that
absolutely.
stay married because they had a child and then it was like, all right, we're going to get
So
married.
you say
Okay,
that
so
is
can I
your
answer your question then?
Yes, sir.
The question that you actually asked, the answer is yes. There are people that stay just for the child.
Mm-hmm.
But as far the initial question was, should you get married because the woman is pregnant?
Well, let me expand on that.
I said no,
Okay.
absolutely not.
Let me expand on that for
And
a
you're right, you can't get a divorce just because you're not happy. But
Well,
that's
let
my
me-
whole point. Don't
let me-
get into
well,
the
no,
marriage.
let me
Hold
expand
on,
on that.
was your happiness super come before?
Dictate whether you get married or not.
Yeah, should happiness come before? If the child was in place, the child's coming.
Okay.
Is the happiness supersede the child in the union of the marriage?
Definitely. And the reason why is because that unhappiness is going to be sticking with that child more than any lesson you can give that child.
But
You
who-
can't hide unhappy. You're going to be
Yeah,
moving
but
around.
well,
Y'all going to go to
Well,
church.
who said you was unhappy though?
Well, now, do you think that people have gotten married due to the fact that they got somebody pregnant and they married?
Of course.
And,
Okay.
and grown to love.
and grown to love this person, and the marriage is actually
Some
through them.
have and some haven't.
Well, we got people that have gotten married. that
What
were
percentage
happy
would
with
you
no
say?
kids and still get a divorce?
If you had to guess?
I would say that 70% of them are still unhappy and they would think that it's a mistake. Just like my man just said. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
Yeah, but you have to be careful who you marry because.
Well, yeah,
but
It's marriage.
I
But
understand
you
his
can't
point.
shake your way out of it. I get your point too.
Nah, but
that's
my point is-
my whole point is nothing to play with. You don't
Nah,
just get
it's-
married for the child's sake. The child is going to be good whether y'all married or not. Just be a mom. Just be a dad.
well, that's easier said than done because when you have a child, and
Now you're bringing up whether it's hard or easy.
well,
I'm not talking about
no,
that.
No, wait a minute. When you have a child, you got two human beings. You would think that all right, we're going to be mature adults and we're going to co-parent. Everybody has their own individual mindset of what co-parenting is,
Right.
right?
Wait.
Wait a minute, hold on. So in the middle of that is the child. So whether it succeeds or fails, the only person that really shares the burden of the success or failure is the child.
I think you owe it to that child to give it a chance.
And that giving it a chance is you being the best parent that you can be, not the best husband or the best wife.
I think if obviously
Let me tell you something, man. You get to anything. Wild animals. We are animals. In case y'all didn't know that.
I ain't no animal.
And you are an animal.
not that.
And you lock them.
Mammal.
And you lock them into.
Mammal.
And you lock them into a room together just because the female animal was pregnant. Like, it's going to be chaos, man.
But they'll work it out.
Let me tell you something.
Marriage itself at some point is chaos.
Let me tell you something.
Absolutely.
The simple fact that y'all got pregnant by accident shows how irresponsible both of y'all asses are. So you think by just putting a ring on her finger, everything's going to magically be okay?
No,
No.
it's going to take some work.
Everything takes work.
And you know what work is going to take the work to recognize the fact that we don't need to be together.
Yeah, but I'm
because
sure there are a lot
don't
of
like each other.
I'm sure there are a lot of young couples out there, or people that had a baby or found out you got pregnant, and then the marriage kind of got to that point. You know what I mean? I'm sure that has been the order of that.
Often than not.
Absolutely. Because at 20, if you're young, a young man, 22, 25, you still don't know who you love or how to love. You haven't lived a whole bunch of life. Figure out your own life right there. You know what I mean?
I agree with that. Miss Wright says marriage ain't for everybody.
No.
Just Be Ink says neither is parenthood.
No.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
But at the end of the day, you do everything comes down to you owe that child to be responsible, to co-parent or be together. But it would be nice. You know what I mean? If you at least give the relationship
So
a
you
try.
think you should get married?
If what? What's the exact question you asking me?
If the woman's pregnant, you think you should marry her just because she's having a baby?
No, not just because.
What other reason?
I don't agree with that.
Not that. The way you're phrasing that. No, not that.
What, you want me to sugarcoat it?
No, that's not sure.
No,
It's the way you're saying it. No, not just because of that.
No,
but
your answer was.
What other becauses is
But
there?
wait a minute. Your answer to the question was absolutely not.
That was my answer.
Okay, so my rebuttal to that is, depending on the level of a relationship that
Right.
you have with the
Right,
woman,
absolutely.
that might be a consideration. Now, if you get pregnant and
Or a jump off, that's
right,
different.
if you go to the strip club
Right.
and knock off the stripper that you mess with once a week,
Brown sugar cookies?
her with the
Nigga.
fat ass, right?
Yeah.
She get pregnant. I don't think maybe you
Yeah,
should marry her.
Tamika from 25th Street.
Right.
I mean, when you barely know.
I ain't gonna say that you
Yeah,
should
I mean,
marry her.
Well, Tamika can't have a happy life.
Listen,
All that
man,
shit
She
y'all talking-
did, but
She
I ain't
had a whole
gonna
bunch of
marry
happy
you because I
lives.
get you pregnant. But I mean, if you have some type of relationship with the woman you get pregnant, then it could be a consideration.
Right, yeah, right, absolutely. It should at least be a consideration.
Depending on the situation.
You shouldn't totally rule
You're
it out.
right. Absolutely not.
Right.
Nah, well, I mean, listen, I got a child with you, so I think there should be some consideration.
Yeah.
If you see,
You're a
that
posse.
maybe
Like a
this
good.
could work out.
Okay.
If you're in a
You a
relationship.
good spades hand.
Of course, there should be consideration of the relationship and its current status. I thought that was a give me. Everybody, I would assume that. I'm thinking that y'all saying that the mom and dad are not getting along under any circumstances. All y'all doing is having sex.
Nobody-
Woman gets up pregnant.
No.
That's a problem.
That's a toxic relationship. Yeah.
There you go.
Right.
And that's what I was
Yeah,
getting
no,
at.
yeah. If you're talking about toxicity, you
Because my
should.
wife got pregnant. My kid, well, one of them outside of wedlock, but we didn't get married because of him. We were already
In a
in
relationship.
a great relationship.
Right.
You know?
Okay.
And that's how
Me as well. Me and my wife were in a
And
great-
20 years
a great
later,
Now I
relationship.
will say that may have yo.
It may expect things. All right, so
Yeah.
hold on. You sneaky, man. Yeah, I mean, because you agreeing. You're a sneaky motherfucker, man. Hold on, man. Because you know exactly what
You
we
agreeing on the slide.
Yeah, nigga, you know exactly what we're saying. Oh, you might speed things up a little bit. Yeah. You were driving in that same road.
Hey, man.
You know what I mean?
It's a show.
Okay.
Gotta get the people what they want. So yeah, man. I think we all agree with that. That's the lock one off.
Right. So, yeah.
Show's still rolling though. We got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we got a minute actually.
Sneaky.
So how you doing with fatherhood though? How you
Sneaky
like it?
bastard.
Hey, listen, man. I enjoy it, man. I love my daughter to death. I mean,
Yeah.
it brings about some challenges just because, like I said, our situation between the
Yeah.
Co-parenting.
we have gotten, we in a better space now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of it just had to do with, I had to do some things differently.
Yeah.
But it's enjoyable, you know.
The relationship with you and your daughter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? Y'all hear the playback?
He playing something back.
I'm trying to get this.
Well, we got 20 seconds. I'm going to sign out of the podcast. Yo, there's been another episode of Brother Bill podcast. Tune in next week for another episode.
Absolutely. Peace.
Peace.
So you want to go back on live and finish it?
Yeah, we can go back on live. We're still on YouTube, and I can edit that.
All right, wrap it up on the live.
If you had an iPhone, man, we wouldn't have to go through this.
I think we would, brother.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'll say
let's
the same
do
thing.
some closing comments.
You know what I mean?
Is that video still on?
Somebody move, shit. Yeah.
Okay.
Bing!
Pull back up the light. You gotta pull back up.
Do I got? Did you hit record?
Yeah, it's recording.
I don't see nothing ticking, but this
Because it's behind the
Oh, all right, well,
yeah.
cool. We're good. We
Yeah.
back up on live, right?
I don't know. You gotta open it up.
Open that up. Any comments come up? Just
I tell you, woo, woo, woo.
How you open it up?
I don't
You gotta sign out, then sign back. Well, leave and then go back.
Let's talk
in.
about how young people ain't gonna have no slow jams.
All right, so we back in the mix. So just some closing thoughts. You know, with me as a man, you must be responsible for where you put your genitals. There is nothing that
In
anybody,
general, yeah.
yeah, nothing that anybody can
Say
say
where you put your genitals.
where you put your genitals. You know, that is your responsibility.
Your
man.
genitals is your
And
genitals.
you gotta take whatever comes with
I
that.
don't know. Right.
Is it live?
Just because you
don't
it
know.
feels good and the whole nine does not mean that it's okay. It's a very responsible part of being a human, and you got to take care of your business, man. So
I
Who's
would.
the producer? Yo,
I would.
Bill go.
You want to know
He
who
said,
this
Yo,
who's
Bill,
the
go,
best boy? The boom man. See, I would say, you know, ladies, just, you know, to give you a,
Thank you,
look, a
appreciate that.
glimpse and a look into the
Just
the
me.
male mind when it comes to pregnancy and our initial thoughts. Obviously, responsibility should always be at everyone's forefront. You lay down. You should be, be responsible for whatever happens as a result of that. That's all. Always should be first and foremost. But you know, and I was giving you my perspective when I first found out. You know what I mean? Not that I continue that thought, but everything changed with the child's born. My feelings totally became different. It erased any unwanted. I mean, I love my child to death. You know what I mean? I like all the byproduct that came from it. It gives me so much joy as a responsible man. But initially, I was pump faking. You know what I mean? I you know, I didn't want to shoot that shot yet. You know what I mean? I was at the basket, like, you know, I'm just gonna chill, do a couple pump fakes and pass the ball. You know what I mean? But now, you know what I mean? I shot my shot. You know what I mean? And my daughter is the ring. So,
There you go.
I mean, that's how I feel.
That's what's up.
me,
Yeah, no, I agree with everybody, man. You gotta be responsible. I wasn't responsible when I was younger, but now, my girls, they saved my life. They,
wow.
they put me in a different mindset as far as how I move.
We didn't even touch on how children make you grow up and can can navigate you to doing great things because it removes the bullshit that you was doing.
Adulthood.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, they definitely
So
made
Bridge,
me grow up real fast, so I appreciate that
Right.
part of it. So
you know, having the most wisdom in the room, good brother.
Right, yeah. You
Yeah.
speak like a scholar,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, man.
It's very
And, yo,
scholarly.
And
Yeah.
from the brothers, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you the
Yo,
oracle.
man, you look for 50 plus years old, dog. Listen, you look good, man.
Yeah, man.
I
I
said it,
appreciate
man.
that.
For real, for
Yeah,
real. You know
I
what I'm saying?
appreciate
That Just for Men is doing the damn thing, dog.
Oh, it definitely is. Once a week. Yeah, you're right about that.
He was already drinking them green drinks, man.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm gonna get right to them tomorrow.
But yeah, man, I like I said, I aspire to be like you, man. I really do, man.
Well, you want to be better than me.
Inspiration.
You know what I mean? I done had some missteps, so you don't want to do
Yeah,
what
but
I did.
everybody has. You gotta learn from the misstep, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
absolutely.
you'll
Well,
learn something from it, though. Dude.
I would hope that whatever was shared tonight would help somebody learn from it without having to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
absolutely.
Like Meat said, listen, my daughter is the best thing ever happened to me. I love her to death.
Yeah.
Right.
Fatherhood is definitely a beautiful thing,
Mm-hmm.
but it does force you to grow up.
Grow up fast.
Your age is not necessarily an accurate depiction of whether you're grown or not. It's
No.
the things you do.
Your actions.
You know what I mean? So I'm more than grateful that God blessed me with a beautiful child. She's healthy. She's smart. Hopefully, I live long enough to at least see her graduate from college and do some things with her. So I mean, that's the goal. You know, and I'll enjoy the ride for as long as I can. You know what I mean? And hopefully, I ain't the dude that's tumbling down the bleachers. and graduation.
We need somebody record that.
You gotta worry about you, man. I can appreciate that, man. That people need to hear that, man. I mean, that's the as a slightly older man. You know what I mean,
sure, man.
You need to hear those words being spoken in that manner. Like, I did some mistakes, but I mean, I'm responsible. I stepped up to the plate and made it through, man.
So, what would you say to, real quickly, fathers that are one scared to death and thinking about not being in the child's life at all? And you know what, mothers too, because Mr. Beesky 13 said my last child's mother hasn't been in my child's life since the child was 6 months old.
That's crazy.
So be very careful when you put your genitals. So what kind of advice would you give somebody like that? Yo, I'm young, I'm scared to death, I'm out there having sex, I get it. Everybody does. Why I gotta get caught up in this? I'm out of here.
Well, listen, man. I mean, I kind of live by the mantra. You know, you got to do what you can stand. So if you can stand that, by all means, get to it. But at the end of the day, you got to remember, it's a child, it's a human being.
Yeah.
You never know what your child is going to become. You know what I mean?
Right.
We can use somebody famous. Like, matter of fact, I ain't even going to use nobody famous. I grew up with a dude 4 doors from me. He's the leading ear, nose, and throat surgeon on the East Coast. His name is Rodney Taylor. So
shout out to Rodney Taylor.
Yeah, Rodney Taylor.
You know what I'm talking about?
So he has a brother that's a barber, has a business, lives in Delaware. So we grew up down the street from one another. So you look at let's take Rodney for instance. Rodney was a star athlete. He went to Chestnut Hill Academy. He graduated from Harvard, top of his class. And
go ahead, brother.
He went to medical school, and he's a surgeon. He heads the surgeon board down there in Maryland. So
love it.
For a young father to walk out on his life, and then you realize 30 years later, your son is a surgeon, the leading surgeon on the East Coast.
You never know what
Now,
your going to be.
You never know what you're walking away from.
Right.
So that's how I think about it. I mean, even with me getting a young lady pregnant and not necessarily wanting to have no kids, it was never a thought that I wasn't going to be involved in the child's life.
Yeah.
I was angry. I had to go through a 9-month period to get myself together. But it was never a thought like, oh, I ain't going to be around because I don't want the kid. That's just not. That's not who I am. I got to own up to my part in it. I got to take onus for what I did, and I'm gonna raise my child to the best of my ability because listen, she could be the next Kamala Harris.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if she gets to that pinnacle and I'm still living, I want my screen time.
He would be in the back. Like,
this
That's my baby.
that's my baby right there.
That's my baby.
I ain't trying to.
My genitals produce this shit.
You came from my balls.
Yo, that's what's up, man. Greatly appreciate you having you on, brother.
Oh man, I appreciate the invite.
Yes, indeed. Y'all go to Boss Shirts, BOS_shirts. Order a sweatshirt from this good brother. Show your love, show your support. We thank y'all for tuning into another episode of the Brothers Build Podcast.
Yeah.
I'll holla at you. Peace.